And in the Impact segment tonight, there are a number of controversial things swirling around the FBI, which is actively investigating the Boston terror bombing. Miranda rights, interviewing the older terrorist's wife, and failing to monitor the two brothers before the terror attack are all in play right now. Today, President Obama said he has confidence in the Bureau.
Based on what I've seen so far, the FBI performed its duties. Department of Homeland Security did what it was supposed to be doing. But this is hard stuff.
With us now, Mark Lucchese, former federal prosecutor, his father, former attorney general under President Bush the Younger. All right, let's take the Miranda situation first, because there's a lot of confusion about that.
Right.
All right, they picked the guy up on Friday, all right, after they find him in the boat in Watertown, Massachusetts. Immediately he goes to a hospital, a civilian hospital, accompanied by the authorities, and you would assume the FBI is there shortly afterward. So he's in custody.
Correct.
According to the law, the federal authorities have 48 hours then to question him without Miranda rights. Is that correct so far?
You're studying up well, and you're on top of it.
Okay, so
let me tell you this.
Wait. So they got 2 days, 48 hours, in which they can question him without Miranda. It looks like that was aborted by a few hours on Sunday when an assistant U.S. attorney and a judge arrived at the hospital while FBI agents were there and Mirandized Joe Carr.
So here's the rule. The rule, Bill, is that if you are arrested without a warrant, as he was arrested in a boat.
Right.
No arrest warrant issued. If you're arrested without a warrant, you need to be presented before a judge who will read you your Miranda rights within 48 hours. Here's what the government should have done. What they should have done is arrested him without a warrant in the boat, taken him to the hospital and given him the necessary medical treatment, drafted a criminal complaint charging him with the terrorism crimes that he deserves to be charged with, then ask a judge to issue an arrest warrant. In other words, re-arrest him in the hospital. At that point, the 48-hour clock to present him in court, and that's the 48-hour clock.
So they could have bought themselves more time.
Absolutely.
Did the federal judge and the assistant federal prosecutor make a mistake by going to the hospital too early, in your opinion?
I think there was no reason to, once they had an arrest warrant, once the government, the prosecutors asked for an arrest warrant.
But I don't think they did ask for one.
Well, they should have asked for one.
But let's deal with reality.
And I think an arrest warrant did issue, by the way. Once the arrest warrant issues, you don't need to present the guy in court. You can bring in your FBI or your CIA
But realistically,
team.
Counselor, how much more time could the FBI have gotten without the Miranda intrusion?
Under Massachusetts, the judicial circuit that Massachusetts is in, the First Circuit, you have been able to lawfully keep somebody from being presented in court and thereby getting their Miranda rights for up to 4 months.
Wow. And that's what should have happened. Somebody should have been thinking, okay, now, the older terrorist, Tamerlan's dead. His wife is down in Rhode Island.
Right.
Not more confusion. Shouldn't the FBI have gone right into her and interrogated her?
I'm not going to fault the FBI from, a Monday morning quarterbacking standpoint. However, it's pretty common sense, and even baby prosecutors know. Baby prosecutors know that, the investigation begins at home. You look at email, you look at social media.
But the FBI did not do that, and she lawyered up, and still today we don't know what kind of an interrogation took place. But the FBI has the right to do that, do they not?
Absolutely right. And the FBI, without even contacting her, once the guy was identified 2 years ago, could have been on her social media, could have been on her phone, could have been on her email accounts, could have been on
So they could have done a lot more aggressive investigating of the wife had they chosen to do that.
It could have happened. Look, it coulda, woulda, shoulda, right?
No. We got to hold everybody accountable.
I think that if the guy was identified 2 years ago, you got to do a complete investigation, no question about it.
All right, so we'd like some clarity on this. We don't have enough clarity, but it looks like the FBI was soft on the way. Now there's female DNA on the bomb.
Understood.
We don't know where that is. We're not going to speculate. All right, and the final thing is that the CIA now released something like they told the FBI that these guys were should be watched, and the FBI didn't do it. And what is that?
I got to tell you that the FBI does incredible work. They're not right all the time, and these are really difficult investigations. I will say this. I think that we ought to chase down every single freaking lead that we always can.
But it just looks like this has not been handled to the optimum way.
I think with
Would
respect,
that be fair?
With respect to giving him Miranda, I think you're right.
And the wife?
I think you got to hunt down the wife, and you got to come down
All
with
right.
every single lead you possibly can.
Counselor, thanks very much. And